If you don't use Pemdas in this household, what are you doing? Parentheses! Exponents! Multiplication!
Hello everybody. Today we are doing the order of operations. So, we're going to label each of the steps in the order in which you would make a cake. So, you guys, I ordered these for you already. Alright? So first you would preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Second, you would grease and flour a 9 by 9 inch pan or line a muffin pan with paper liners. Thirdly, in a medium bowl, cream together the sugar and the butter, beat in the eggs one at a time, then stir in the vanilla. Number 4, combine flour and baking powder, add to the creamed mixture as well. Number 5, pour or spoon batter into the prepared pan. And lastly, number 6, bake for 30 to 40 minutes in the preheated oven. For cupcakes, bake 20 to 25 minutes. So using the order of operations provides a process for simplifying expressions so that all of our answers are the same. There are various ways to remember the order, including Pemdas.
Okay, class, today we're going to learn about Pemdas. Pemdas. Pemdas? What is that, Mrs. Fartina? You'll be using Pemdas for the rest of your life. It's the order in which you solve a math problem. It stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Wow, that's going to be really hard to remember, Mrs. Fartina. Is there maybe some way to make it easier to remember? Well, of course there is. I like to use, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. I will never excuse my Aunt Sally. Oh, Chad, no, not your Sally. It's just a phrase, you know? My Aunt Sally farted on my face when I was a little kid and gave me pink eye. I will die before I excuse her. Okay, maybe we can think of something else to help you remember.
I have one, Mrs. Fartina.
What is it, ML Kid?
Please end my depression and suffering.
I'm just gonna excuse Aunt Sally.
So Pemdas stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So for these boxes right here that are right next to each other that form this square, when we get to multiplication and division, whichever operation comes first when reading the expression from left to right is the order in which we're going to perform the problem. So for example, after we're done doing parentheses and exponents, if division came first in my expression, I'm going to do that one. Or if multiplication came first in the expression, I'm going to do that one. So let's take that quick look here.
And then we subtract 2 from 20 and get 18 as our final answer. And here's another problem. 12 divided by 6 plus 5. Again, our rules say to do the division before addition. So 12 divided by 6 equals 2, and then we add the 5 to get 7. And here's one last problem. 40.
Alright, so here is the rule right here when we need to read the expression left to right.
Divided by 4 times 5. Which do we do first? The multiplication or division? Our rules don't tell us. Well, that's because multiplication and division are tied for priority or importance. So are addition and subtraction. And that's the reason we need an extra part at the end of each of these rules that says from left to right. If you have a problem that has both multiplication and division, then you're supposed to work it from left to right. That's because in some cases, you can get a different answer if you go from right to left. For example, in this problem, if you work from right to left the wrong way, you would do the 4 times 5 first and get 20. And then 40 divided by 20 equals 2. But if you go from left to right, you would do 40 divided by 4 first, which is 10. And then 10 times 5 equals 50. Wow! The direction we went made a big difference. So whenever you have a problem that has a mixture of multiplication and division, or a mixture of addition and subtraction, you know to do the operations in order from left to right. Alright, we're just about done, but let's have one more look at all 4 of our rules before you start practicing with the exercises. The order of operations rules say, first, do operations in parentheses and brackets. Next, do exponents. Then, do multiplication and division from left to right. Last, do addition and subtraction from left to right. Alright, that does it for this video. Good luck with the exercises, and I'll see you next time.
Okay. So, for number 1, as an example, you have 18 plus 6 times 2 to the second. So the first one I want to do is 2 to the second. So, as you can see, the 18 came down, as well as the plus 6. Now, the multiplication sign also came down, but I solved 2 to the second first. So, 2 to the second is really 2 times 2. Alright? So, let's mark that up right here. Alright, and just to remember, alright, 2 to the second is 2 times 2. And it equaled 4. So, now that I've solved my exponents, I can move back down and start my PEMDAS priority order, right? So the order I want to perform first. So do I perform addition or multiplication? Well, multiplication comes before addition, so I'm going to do 6 times 4. 6 times 4 is 24. The plus came down with the 18. And now I can do my addition lastly. 18 plus 24 is 42. So the following numbers are highlighted in pink because these are the ones you want to do on your own. When you are using Kami, okay, you don't have to fill in number 1. Alright? The only ones I'll be grading are the ones in pink here. I'm doing this so you don't have to write so much on your Kami and on your packets.
So on your worksheet, I'm going to model this one right here on the paper. Alright, so we have 18 plus 6 times 2 to the second. So the first one I need to simplify is the exponents because I don't have any parentheses. Alright, so 2 to the second is 2 times 2, which is 4. And I can bring down the rest. Okay, now I have addition and multiplication, but multiplication comes before the addition. So I'm going to do that one first and simplify. So I have 6 times 4, which is 24, plus 18. And 18 plus 24 is 42.
Alright, as you can see, you have a lot of practice problems because I think that you guys are really good at this. But I am going to mention a few things here that you will be doing for number 9. The parentheses first, but this is 14 divided by 2. And you will be doing this one right here first, 4 times 8 divided by 5 minus 3. So it's going to be 4 times 8 first, and then you will divide by 5, take away 3.
When you flip your paper over, numbers 5 through 10, you need to circle the operation that should be performed first in the examples below. So let's take a look at number 9. Number 9 has the parentheses on it. So you automatically know that that one needs to be performed first. And you can circle it there. For number 10 is a little bit confusing, so one of the things I like to do is rewrite the problem. So I'm going to rewrite this problem just like this. So I have 4 times 8 divided by 5, take away 3. So in that problem, I have multiplication, division, and subtraction. But moving left to right, I need to do my multiplication first because it comes first when moving left to right.
Alright, I've eliminated some problems here. I eliminated 14, 15, and 16. You don't have to do those, okay? But you will have to do 11, 12, and 13 on Kami or your packet. All right, we need to insert grouping symbols to make each statement true, okay? This is a very challenging piece of questions. If you don't know how to do this, you can email me, and I can always send you another video, or I will splice in a video into this one.
On the last part of your worksheet, number 17 and 18, I thought 18 was a harder problem, so I'm going to model this one for you. So, when I model this out, it's basically a guess and check. So, the first grouping symbol I did wasn't correct. So, the first grouping symbol I put in was around the 24 divided by 6. So, when I put that in, I went ahead and solved it. 24 divided by 6 is 4, and I carried the rest of the expression down. I did my exponents next. 5 squared is 25. So now I have 4 times 9 minus 25 plus 8. Now moving left to right, I had 4 times 9, which was 36, take away 25 plus 8. And then I had, moving left to right, I had subtraction first, so I performed subtraction. So I had 36 take away 25, which was 11, plus 8. And 11 plus 8 was 18, which is not 3. Okay, we need 3 to be our answer. So then, what I did next was I guessed that my parentheses went around the back. And I simplified it the same way as my first example. 5 squared was 25. Okay, 25 plus 8 was 33. And of course I'm carrying the rest down. Okay, next was 24 divided by 6, which was 4. Carry the rest down. 4 times 9 was 36. Take away 33, which was 3. So this is kind of a process when they ask you to insert brackets to make a statement true. It's basically a guess and check process.
All right. All right, guys, have a great day and stay safe.